every day, jumping on my page, new people that I'm connecting with, people that don't know maybe a lot about me and my story, even though I do share a lot every day. But I really just wanted to jump on and have like a heart-to-heart story time with you guys, because I know that I share a lot. I share a lot every day because I want to. I want to share. I want to add value to you guys, right? As you guys are here, let me know that you're here. Say hi. Send me the love bombs as you're jumping on, even if you're watching the replay. Yeah, I share a lot, very openly, every day. I've chosen to share my life with you guys. I've chosen to share my journey, and I've been sharing my journey now for the past 7 years online, because 7 years ago, I decided to start a coaching business, right? Through my own journey, my own learnings, my own healing, all of that. Hey, Fiona. And yeah, I decided that I wanted to dive in, and I've been sharing my journey ever since. I've been sharing this journey ever since. And the reason I wanted to jump on here and have a chat to you guys is because I really wanted to share with you all, I guess, go into detail around my journey, because if you are watching live or if you've been watching the replay, I want you to let me know below, how long have you been following me for? How long have you been following my journey? From like have you been here from the very beginning? Did you come halfway through? Have you only just started like a day ago or yesterday or a week ago? Yeah, let me know how long you've been here for, because I've been sharing my journey really openly for the past 7 years. And for those of you that have been following me from the beginning, you would see where I've come from. You would see where I started, right? So I've come from an incredible family, beautiful family. I'm so grateful for my family every single day. I grew up in a beautiful home, a loving home. I had everything that I ever needed, right? I had everything that I ever needed. I didn't always get what I wanted, but I'm glad. I'm glad, because it taught me so much about life. I had a beautiful environment at home. Obviously, I went through challenges in the family, right? I went through my own journey. I went through my own challenges within my family. I've always been different, right? If you guys get that, send me the love bombs. Let me know below if you know that you're different. I've always been different, not just to my family, but to society, to the norm. I've always been a rebel against the norm. I've always known that I was different in so many ways. And I always knew that I was going to be here to do big things. And I think if you speak to people that have been part of my life for a long time, they would say the same thing, that I'm not normal. I am different, and I am here to do different things and to make an impact in a massive way. And when I started my coaching journey 7 years ago, through my own healing, right? I went through my own healing. I went through bullying at school. I had no self-worth. I had no self-confidence. I had family issues, right? At school, I was bullied for being a little bit chubby at school. And for me, that was like the world was ending, right? And I remember in year 9, I've shared this story a few times. I remember in year 9, I went running with my dad, and I lost all this weight. I started to feel so confident, so much better within myself. And I kind of took it to the other extreme, where I became obsessed with fitness. I became obsessed with exercise. I became obsessed with food, but not from a healthy place. Not from a place of having a healthy relationship with food and exercise. And that started to take me down a real dark hole, that journey being in that space. I really started to go down a dark hole. And I would exclude myself from my family. I would alienate myself. I became obsessed with food and exercise to the point that I wouldn't go somewhere because it would cause me anxiety if I wasn't in control of what I could eat. I would go and train at the gym on Christmas Day after we'd eat, Easter, all these sorts of things, right? But I always knew in me that school was just not for me. If I applied myself, I could have done well, but school was just not for me. I wasn't okay with that. Then when I got into the working world, I wasn't okay with that either, right? I was not okay with the fact that I had to work for somebody else. And I would always either quit my job or get fired. So if you can relate to this as well, let me know below, right? I would always either quit or get fired. And basically, I, for a very long time, was like, well, what am I going to do? How am I going to impact the world? I know that there is so much more. I know that there is so much more to this. And then I met my amazing partner, now fiance, Chet. And ever since we met, we had a dream together of creating freedom, of living an incredible lifestyle in the eastern suburbs of Sydney, traveling when we want to, working for ourselves, working from home, impacting people, being able to choose, how we want to live and have the freedom, the financial freedom, the time freedom, the freedom to pick and choose whatever we wanted to do. And so I've been with Chet now for 7 years, and we would literally come out to the suburb in which we live in now. We would literally come out to the suburb and just stand and think, visualize, feel into living here. If you go back on my Facebook page, we had a memory come up the other day, and this is the kind of what spurred me to do this live stream. There was a memory that came up the other day, and I literally checked into the suburb that we wanted to live in 4 years ago, and I said, I will live here one day. I checked in on Facebook, and if I can find that status, I'll post it in this video, but I was like, I will live here one day. And we used to come out every weekend when we weren't at work. So I was still working, he was working. We used to come out every weekend and just pretend that we were already here. We used to think about and visualize where we wanted to live, how our life would be, what we would do if we had that sort of freedom and that time and the financial freedom and all of that. We literally spent almost every weekend visualizing that or thinking about it, right? And coming out and just immersing ourselves into the energy of where we wanted to be. And the very first time we moved out together, we literally moved into the attic of an old lady's apartment. Oh, sorry, not apartment, actually, it was her home, and it was the attic. It was I'm so grateful that we were able to be there, and I'm grateful for every part of my journey, right? Because I truly believe every part of it took me to where we are today. And I remember this attic, if you look back on my videos, from 3 years ago, 4 years ago, you would see this ugly blue wall behind me. We were literally in an attic that was hot and humid and muggy, and it was just not an expansive environment. But we were there because we didn't want to be at home anymore. We wanted to spread our wings. We wanted to, start to create the life that we wanted to create, but we took baby steps in getting there. We were late, moving out of home. And, some of you, I want you to let me know, how many of you were following me back then, when I was living in that attic, and I would do live streams and you would see the blue wall behind me, and it was my coaching business was going well and I had clients, but when I say it was going well, I was showing up and I had clients, but by no means was I making enough money or that I wanted to make, not even close, or was I making the impact that I would have wanted to make. Was not even close, right? And I remember we were there, we were living in this place for about 6 months, and I remember writing in my journal and visualizing that by May 2017, we would be living in our apartment, in our dream location, living a freedom lifestyle, creating more financial abundance. And in May 2017, that's exactly what we did. To the month, to the day. We had found our dream apartment, and we were living in our dream apartment, in our dream suburb, what was our dream at the time. right? And then if you've been following me since 2017, we have been living in that apartment in the city, right? And it was beautiful. Like, we absolutely loved it. It served us so much. The up level that we created, right? The up level that we created in that apartment, it served us so much, and I'm so grateful for that journey. I literally had tears leaving that apartment a couple of weeks ago, because as you guys know, we moved into the apartment that we're in now. And I had tears leaving that apartment. I had tears of gratitude, because I felt so much gratitude for being there. I felt so much gratitude for what that apartment did for us and what it created for us, and the up level that it forced us into, right? It literally quantum leaped our life. It quantum leaped our finances. It quantum leaped our business. It quantum leaped us personally. The healing and the growth that we went through in that place, unbelievable. I have so much gratitude for that place. But in January this year, like I've shared, I had the nudge on the shoulder. I had the tap on the shoulder that was saying, Elisa, it's time again. Your chapter here is done. It's time again. If you want your new level, if you want your next level, if you want to create more abundance, you need to step up. You need to do what scares you. You need to get uncomfortable again. You need to force yourself to up level again, right? Hey, Ellen. You need to step up. It's time. Your chapter here is done. And when the universe calls, we listen, right? When the universe is telling us to make a move, we listen. And we were like, holy crap. Like, okay, we hear you. It's time. It's time to move. We need to move on from here. And everything came up again. Like, all of the fear, all the feeling uncomfortable, all of the holy heck, we're moving into our next level. You know, we're getting uncomfortable again. This is now our new normal. We now need to rise to become a vibrational match for this normal now, right? We need to rise. We need to, because where we were became our normal. It became comfortable. We were like, this is easy. We've got this. This is so easy. And we know that when we get to that point, we need to then up level again if we're going to call in that new level. So 2 weeks ago, we moved here. And this has felt like, oh my gosh, it's that new level again. Everything else came up again, right? The uncomfortable, the can we do this, the that. And we have had to step up and rise to become a vibrational match for this place. We've had to match this place. And that's what we've been working on. That's what we've been doing. So the point that I'm sharing this with you is because if you've watched my journey over the past 7 years, even 4 years, you would see where I've come from, where we've come from, and how my life has evolved, how it's unfolded. And I've shared so much of it with you guys. Because I've wanted to. I've wanted you guys to see the transition. I've wanted you guys to see that I walk my talk, that I practice what I preach. That when I talk about manifestation and that manifestation works, that I'm living proof of that. That I'm living proof you can up level, you can manifest, you can quantum leap at any given time in your life. It's the whole reason why I share that. But I didn't get here without doing the work, the inner work, the outer work. I didn't get here without believing. I didn't get here without feeling uncomfortable. And I'm not going to stay here and up level again if I don't push myself into a new level, if I don't continue expanding, continue growing. And I'm sharing this with you guys because I had to take the right steps to get here. I had to, like I said, get myself uncomfortable. And 2 things I am so freaking grateful for is the fact that I was able to build a 6-figure coaching business, which I'm still running. I still have, right? But 12 months ago, what has given us the ability to up level again and shift again, because whenever we want to up level, whenever we want to shift, there are things that we need to do. There are things that are required for us to move to that next level, right? There are things that are required. We need to become open. We need to allow ourselves to expand. We need to allow ourselves to become uncomfortable. We need to allow ourselves to stop doing what's not working and move into what is working, to take chances, to do things that maybe we haven't done before. And I constantly remain open. I constantly am putting myself in a state where I'm expanding, right? Where I'm expanding, where I'm learning, where I'm willing to do what it takes. But there were things that I had to stop doing, and there were things that I had to start doing. And one thing I'm so grateful for, and the reason why we've been able to take this next step, is because of the online business that I started 12 months ago. I knew 12 months ago that I was not going to expand and up level and create the financial freedom that I wanted, or the time freedom that I wanted. I knew I wasn't going to create the ability to have an ocean view apartment like this, to create a life where I can get up each day. I do not answer to anyone. I answer to my soul. I live each day how I want to. I can spend my mornings drinking cacao and journaling, or talking on a live stream with you guys. I can spend my morning going for a walk. I can choose, I design my life the way I want to live it each day. I can show up and do the impact and the work that, or make the impact and the work that I want to do in this world, the work that lights me up. The reason I'm sharing this is because I didn't fall into any of this. I didn't just wake up one day and this is just how life was for me. And if you've been following me for a long time, you would know this, that I didn't just fall into this reality. I have been so intentional about it. I've been intentional. I've held belief. I've held the vision. I've taken massive inspired action. I've got myself uncomfortable. I'm constantly committed to the inner work. I'm constantly committed to being a student. I didn't just get here by mistake. I learned what I had to learn. I learned from the people that I had to learn from. I did what was necessary. I was committed to changing my money story. I was committed to changing any limiting beliefs that aren't serving me. And I was committed to, instead of worrying about what everyone else thought or what everyone else wanted me to do or thought I should do, I was committed to my vision and my soul and my journey and what I wanted for myself. And that's how we landed here. And I really encourage you guys to go back and look at some of the live streams I did back in 2017 and where I was then and even prior to that. Right? I didn't just land in this. There's a reason that I share my journey, because I want you guys to see how it unfolds. I want you guys to see that what I share, I implement myself and create the results from it, to show you that it works, to show you that if you're willing to step up and do the inner work, it can work for you as well. But like I said, 12 months ago, we had to make another decision, because I knew that I wasn't going to get to my next level on one stream of income, which was my coaching business. I had to expand. I love online business. I am obsessed with entrepreneurship. I love it. And I was so committed to finding a community, a business, a platform that was going to help me create that. And when we ask, we receive. We always receive what we ask for, right? And this is sort of where I'm at. And the reason I'm sharing this is because I'm really encouraging you guys that if anything I'm saying is resonating with you, I really want you guys to see that I am literally just like you. I had a dream. And I just pursued that dream. I took the necessary steps each day. I did what was necessary every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year. And then it unfolds the way it does. And I guess I'm inviting you guys, those of you that are feeling stuck, those of you that are feeling you are making an impact, you know that you are here on purpose, you know that you have so much more to create for yourself and want to create for yourself. Maybe you have a dream or had a dream like I did. And I'm constantly growing. I'm still growing. I still have a vision that I want to create. I'm not there yet. I don't believe we're ever there. It's a constant evolving journey. But I'm inviting you guys, if you're resonating with what I'm saying, reach out to me. If you are open, if you are someone who has a business, but you know you're not earning what you're worth, you know that it can be easier, you know that you're not living the life you want to live yet, you haven't created the freedom you want to create from that business. Maybe you're in a job and you know that the online space is where we're headed. You know that there is so much potential in the online space and that people are just really starting to wake up to that. If you know all of this and you're honestly ready to tap into this, and you want to know what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, what I've implemented, and you want to get into my space, into my tribe, then let me know. I want you to comment dream. I want you to comment dream below. Comment dream below if you want to know what I'm doing. If you want to know about the platform that I dived into 12 months ago that has allowed me to up level now. This is not just about making money, guys. This is so much more than that. I have found my soul tribe. I intentionally called them in. I have found my best friends that I know will be best friends for life. I have created a life that was once literally a dream for me, and it's now my reality. I am now impacting a lot more people than what I was impacting a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 7 years ago. And I'm here to show you how I did that. I'm here to teach you how I did that. I'm here to give you the same opportunity. But you need to take that chance for yourself. So if what I'm saying is resonating with you, then comment dream below and I will be in contact with you. And we'll do the damn thing, right? We will talk about how I'm doing this. I am so grateful for what I came across 12 months ago because it has transformed my life in more ways than I could ever put into words. It has healed my heart. It's healed me as a person. I have grown more in 12 months than I think I've ever grown before. I've created more freedom in 12 months than I've ever created before. I've traveled more in 12 months than I've ever traveled before. The choice is yours, guys. And it is here if you want it. I am not here to convince any of you. I'm here to just share. I'm here to constantly share my story, and I will never stop. I will never stop sharing my journey. I will never stop sharing my story. I will never stop inviting you to see if this is something that you can do for yourself. But I can't do it for you at the end of the day. It has to be you, right? So, like I said, comment dream below if you know that you want to chat. If you know that this is something maybe you've been watching me for the past 12 months and you've been like, what is she doing? I want to know, I want to be part of that, but you have not reached out to me. Reach out. Comment dream below and I will be in contact with you. This is my call to you. What you do with this is totally up to you, okay? Sending you guys so much love, and I look forward to speaking to those of you that reach out to me. Bye.